Hello, I'm Hatrix, and today I'm gonna risk my YouTube career and I'm gonna talk about donation items. But before anything, put down your pitchforks, put down your torches, put them down, put them down. I know, yes, you can be a warrior like this, but I'm not gonna mention it in this video. This season of Ascension, it's much more easier to like acquire stuff for that it normally requires gold to gain gold and to get packs that are normally gated behind gold. So yeah, I know all of these items I mentioned. Yes, of course you can buy them for gold, but I'm gonna focus on the gold part. Honorable mentions when I get into this. Also keep this in mind. This is a guide on my suggestions. If you don't have any of these donation point item, these will make your life a lot easier in Ascension. And yeah, if you don't have them already, I will suggest try to get some gold to get them, because it will make the game a lot more fun. And yeah, honorable mentions, I will not, yeah, these are some old vanity items that were, I think, in my opinion, more useful before Mana Storm was a thing. Loaded dice so you can roll your abilities level 1, that is not a thing anymore. Battlehorn, also not that useful anymore, because now we have the different ways to level. So doing giga pulls, doing dungeon giga pulls is not much useful anymore. In Mana Storm you actually don't want to pull now. Also the Battlehorn was actually nerfed, so it's not that huge of a range. So it's only like really big digging for you at level 1 to 15-ish. Also the Wisdom's head thing, because now it's not much dungeon leveling as much as before, because there's so many different ways. So not as useful. Have to mention these packs, if you're gonna spend money, I'm not gonna hate you for it. Of course you can, it's your life, you can play how you want. I have also bought this myself. This is the only main thing I buy each season for the Vanity Sync, so I can get my collection. I'm open about that, it's fine. I buy the medium, this one I shared, this is one I prefer. It gives me the Vanity Sync so I can get going. That is how I support Ascension. Without out of the way, let's talk about what I suggest you try to get with your gold. So the Vanity Sync is by far the most important thing, especially if you have played Ascension for a long time and you're starting the season. You really want to try to get this. At the start of the season, this is a lot more expensive because a lot more want to try get this. Also, in number 9, we have the portable Callboard. If you are not aware, the portable Callboard is one of the best and most efficient items right now to do your dailies, because you can put down the Callboard next to the rare and you can just do the one rare over and over. So it's very efficient, but it requires a lot of people to have it. Right now, it's actually don't even that you need to have it if others have it. It's a bit selfish, I know, but that's up to you to decide. It's very expensive right now. If you consider buying it for your gold and you're not risking if they change this thing, because this is the main reason why you want it, it's also, if they nerf this, it's also decently to just have it for your dailies, like running around killing all the mobs 5 minutes and you can turn them all in. That is still very fine to have the Callboard for that. Is worth the gold, yeah, because time is money. So investing the gold, this will last you all of the days doing classic, doing TBC. Very efficient vanity item to have right now, so it's maybe not worth your gold if they change it. Also, for any of these items I'm going to mention in this video, look out for when Ascension put them on sale on the DP shop, because then these prices are getting a lot lower. And also keep in mind that the prices in this video are maybe going to change depending on how many watch the video. I can't take the responsibility for that. This is the current prices of making this video. My number something ran wrong. I guess we are already down to number 7, speedrunning. This is the Lootbot. It's a very big quality of life to don't have to loot stuff for leveling, for everything. I don't think, in my opinion, this is worth it right now. Wait for it to get lower. This is the only 2 on the auction house, so yeah. So just if you don't have this and you have a lot of gold, keep it in mind so you can buy it, and it will last you for the rest of your Ascension days. My number 6 is the personal bank / realm bank. I think there was only the personal bank on the auction house. So this vanity item you can use, it's an extra bank. You can see it here how much space it gives. This is how I store, this is a realm bank, but this is how I store all my materials. that I use for the dailies and such. I use this all the time, every day. It's such a nice quality of life to have, together with the bank item, the bank pet. I'm gonna go into that later. And actually, it's so cheap on the auction house. This, then you have it for your main, you have it for your alts, the rest of your days in Ascension. Also, number 5, the writing 100%. Also, one of the best way you can spend your gold. And yes, I'm talking about the vanity item because it's basically the same thing. You're not really getting a vanity item, you're just getting a discount for the writing tome, but you prestige faster, you're farming dailies, farming mats if you're mining, like you see in my vlogs, faster, you're doing everything faster, getting to raids, getting to world bosses, you're not missing out on stuff. Really good investment of your gold. Also, number 4, none of the Stone of Retreats were on auction house, but if you're not aware, you can buy extra heartstones for different places in WoW. Lots of these: Light's Hope up in Western Plaguelands, Eastern Plaguelands, Cenarion Hold, Gadget Sand, Down South in Calmidors, and these are hotspots for Angora Crater dailies. Cenarion Hold is Silithus for Silithus dailies. Everlook is the Frost Winter Spring for dailies. So you can save your time, especially if you do them on your alts. Keep a lookout for when these items get on sale. So sometimes and often people will buy hot items and put them for sale so people can buy them for gold. That is how it is on Ascension, I guess. So also gonna mention Jumbama Island. This were a hot item beforehand because of the turnings of the troll quest. Now it's not that much anymore. Now you can get faster to CG, the raid, and there are some quests and such you can do in Westfall. So some incentivized to use this. This is probably the lowest priority, but right now you can snag a Stormwind or Orgrimmar Heartstone extra on the auction house for 1 gold. Keep in mind, this is currently not that worth, because you can just zone into Mana Storm and then you will be teleported to Stormwind and you can just leave and you're on a 2-minute cooldown. That's the best way to teleport around right now. That is also why these items are not worth anything. But still, Stone of Retreats, very nice vanity item to have to save a lot of time. And that is also the name of the game often with these vanity items: saving time, quality of life. Here, number 3 is Tome of Specialization. This could easily be number 1. This is by far the best, one of the best vanity items, because it will open up the more slots you have for your characters. So you can prestige more builds, do more fun stuff. If you have a main build, you can even roll 5 different Chaos Bolt builds, for example, and you can always prestige your worst Chaos Bolt build, because if you only have 2, you will always have to prestige one that you're maybe not actually even want to prestige, but you don't have that many options. So as you can see here, I rolled 2 Riptide builds, actually 3, and then I finally got a good one, so now I can try to prestige these ones. And also the prices right now compared to how much DP it is, it's actually very cheap. Keep in mind, price after this video, I cannot say anything if prices are going to change. Like Spec 5 is very cheap, in my opinion. Also, the Tome of Specialization number 2, if you're grinding marks of Ascension anyway, do the PvP quest, and you can easily, in like 2 or 3 days, maybe even less, get the honor points to buy the Tome of Specialization 2. And this one you can actually send to your alts if you want to test out a build in your alts. And as you see in my videos, you don't even have to prestige. You can just stand in the city, do a build, see how it goes, especially for builds that are where you have to have abilities at level 60 and it's hard to level. Number 2, this is a personal favorite, probably compared to how efficient it is in others' opinion, might be. This video is opinion based from my view, spoiler alert. But yeah, this is my favorite vanity item. I use it so much. For my new character on a season, I get 3 bags that are 22 slots. I get bags to fill my bank with 22 slots. And these bags, 22, you can first get in TBC, or you can get them from Onyxia, I believe is the only source. You get a mount, the Talbot from Argus in retail. You get a pet on tablets. You get an extra Heartstone, not as useful depending on where your Heartstone is. You can use the Heartstone extra for the dailies, of course. And yeah, infinite bags, because you can just send this item to your alt. So also, if you've seen how I make my marks most of the time, most efficiently, time-wise, I just slap on this item on my alt and I have infinite backspace. It's so nice. Sadly, it's not on the auction house. Have to wait for it to get on sale. And yeah, you can maybe buy it for gold. And number one, of course, the best item, and you probably guessed it, is the Book of Ascension. You learn your skills automatically. You can see here, I just learned my ambush and I get it max rank. I don't even have to open the book. I just have to have it out now. Also kind of cheap if you haven't bought it or got it from anything. So definitely and by far the best item to have when you level, when you roll a spec, have to learn abilities and don't have to go find the vendor. Of course, this item is not needed. It's a nice to have because of course you can use other people's books. And often people also, if you ask them, they take out their books to help new players and make you able to learn your spells. That's it. Feel free to roast me for talking about DP items. I hope this helps someone to give some insight on how I rank my vanity items, what vanity items are actually good now, and what vanity items are we not actually using anymore, because like Battlehorn and the Wisdom Ball were top tier vanity items for efficiency in previous seasons, but are by far not anymore in my opinion. Maybe I'm missing something, but from what I am aware. And yeah, so leave a like if you like this kind of video, and if you want to be notified when I do my theory crafting or my starter builds, I'm coming up with a big video for everything melee goes for newer players when you're gonna prestige for the first time, or you're just wanting to look for new ways to play melee. That's a video coming up soon, so subscribe if you don't want to miss that. And else, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. And also, maybe this video in the middle of the screen now, it could be interesting to watch, so maybe.